Hello, I'm Matt from Ludochrono, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Mr. Coco. So this game is a party game for 3 to 8 players ages 16 and up. In Mr. Coco, every player will have access to a special situation which is in the box. You slide 2 situation cards in and then you can't see them. You will be able to see them through filters that will show you one or the other situation. But this box is opaque if you don't put any filter in. So you deal filters and one of them is the outsider and they don't have access to the same situation and they have to blend in. And you basically respond to the situation by playing cards which are items that you could bring to this situation. Once we have set up the game, players will look at their situation secretly. So in this case, I will look at the box and I will slide in my filter and I will look at what's written. So my situation is a McDonald's restaurant at 4 in the morning. I will remove my filter and then pass the box to the next player. They will look at their situation secretly and so on. And once everyone has looked at their situation, they have a better understanding of what they should play. Now that all players have looked at their situation, I will start and play a card. So we have items here and they are various. For example, I have fertilizers, I have red smoke grenades, I have many things. But I have an electric scooter and it is 4 in the morning. I might arguably be lazy, so I will play an electric scooter. So that's probably my choice. And then the next player will choose a card that works from the hand and they will say my freedom because they want to have McDonald's at whatever time they want and they want to be free of doing that. So maybe that's how it plays. Sometimes you don't have the right items and you might want to justify a little bit, but you have to stay subtle because Mr. Coco is listening. Or maybe they don't have the same situation as we do. The next player will go with their own will. And the next player will go with a pot of salt. So that's fine, we are going to play another card. So I will go, for example, with a Walkman. The next player will say a goat. They will go also with a goat. That player plays a panda plushie. Why? I don't know. It's 4 in the morning. Maybe they want to blend in as Mr. Coco. And the next player is going to have a portable speaker. So that's fine. We all have played 2 cards. And then we are going to point at a player who we think is Mr. Coco simultaneously, and we may point at ourselves if we think that we are out of place. So all the players raise their fingers and then point at a player on the count of 3. In this case, the player who is Mr. Coco, who has a different situation, is this one. And they have an auction for a Picasso painting of the Blue Period. So we are going to point at players and we are going to score points according to who we pointed at. If Mr. Coco pointed at themselves, they are going to score 3 points if they are alone doing so. If other players point at Mr. Coco is going to score 2 points and the other players pointing at them are going to get 1 point each. Now, if Mr. Coco didn't point at themselves, other players who pointed at Mr. Coco are going to get points. If only 1 player did so, they are going to get 1 point. 2 players are going to get 2 points and 3 players or more get 3 points each. Of course, if Mr. Coco didn't point at themselves, they score 0 points. Then we set up for the next round. We deal 2 more item cards to each player. We remove all of those cards. We slide into new situations and deal new filters to the players. And then we can go for another round. And then the game ends when a player gets to 13 or more points and that player wins the game. And that's it for Mr. Coco. So this is kind of a social deduction game in which you have to play cards that match your situations, but sometimes you have to make do with what you have in your hand, and sometimes you are purely out of place and you have to guess what is the other situation. Now, bye-bye, see you on Ludochrono.